Hello everyone. Let us discuss about parsers. Parsers are nothing but a syntax analyzer, as we have already discussed in different phases or components of compiler. Parsers are classified into two types: top-down parser and bottom-up parser. So here in the top-down parser, also called LL parser, and bottom-up parsers are called LR parsers. So here in the top-down parser, the first L stands for read the strings from left to right, and the second L stands for apply the leftmost derivation. Similarly, in the bottom-up parser, the first L again same as it reads strings from left to right, and the second symbol, that is R, represents apply the rightmost derivation. That is R represent apply the rightmost derivation. So top-down parsers are again classified into two types: top-down parser with backtracking, without backtracking. Again, the top-down parsers without backtracking are classified into recursive descent and non-recursive descent parser. Bottom-up parsers are again classified into two types: operator precedence parser, LR parser. Again, LR parsers are classified into LR0, SLR1, LALR1, CLR1 parsers. To construct top-down parser or bottom-up parser, we need to understand what are first and follow functions, because these first and follow functions are very important to construct the top-down or bottom-up parser. So how to calculate first and follow function? So here it takes some steps or rules to calculate the first and follow function. So these are the steps are used to calculate the first function. If x is a terminal, then the first of x is x only. So it means if I pass within the bracket, if I pass any symbol, if that symbol is a terminal, then the first of that symbol is, that is, the symbol is nothing but here terminal, then the first of terminal is terminal itself. If the symbol is a variable, that is, if x is a variable, then it is having a productions like x implies epsilon, or x implies some productions like this. Then the first of this x, it is the first of x. So whatever the symbol which is present in the body of the production, the first symbol present in the body of the production will be the first of that symbol. Okay, so here in this production, what is the first symbol present is only epsilon here. So x implies epsilon. What is that epsilon? Here it is a terminal. Then the first of x is equal to what? First of x equal to only epsilon. So similarly, if the productions are like this, x implies y1, y2, dash dash yk. So here the first symbol y1, if it is a terminal, then the first of x is equal to this terminal itself. We are applying the first row. If the first symbol is a terminal, then the first of x is that symbol itself. If the y1 is a variable, and if it is having a productions like y1 implies a, then the first of x, equal to a itself. Why? Because y is a variable here. So y is having a production like y implies a. Then the first of x is equal to the first symbol which is present in the body of the production of the variable y. Then the first of x is equal to a itself. Okay. So it means in order to calculate the first of x, or in order to calculate the first of any variable, we are going to check the first symbol which is present in the body of the production. If the first symbol is a terminal, then the first of that symbol is terminal itself. Otherwise, if it is a variable, we have to check the respective body of the production of that variable. Let us consider one example here. I have taken one example. S implies A, B, C, D. A implies so and so productions here. So we need to calculate first of S, first of A, first of B, first of C, and first of D. Right? So how to calculate first of S? So here we are going to consider first of S, first of A, first of B, first of C, first of D. Okay, so here in the first of S or first of A, we have to see the respective body of the production of those variables, and we have to check the first symbol. What is the first symbol present in the body of the production? So here the first of S. So in the body of the production of that first of S, what is the first symbol present? Is a variable A. It is not a terminal. So variable. If it is a terminal, then the first of S is the terminal itself. So here variable, then we have to go to that respective body of the production of that variable. So here I have to come to this production. This variable is having two production. The first production is A and the second production is epsilon. So before calculating this first of S, let us calculate first of A, first of B, first of C, first of Y, because in the body of the production of this symbol S, all the symbols are variable. So if you calculate these variables, first of A, first of B, first of C and first of D, then it will be easy to calculate first of S. So what is first of A? So first of A, here A is having two production, and in the first production of this variable A, it is contains only one symbol. In the second production is also having only one symbol, and both the symbols are terminals. So in the first production, I am going to see the first symbol is what? Is A itself. I will write A. In the second production is only epsilon. So first of A is A. It is A symbol terminal taken from the first production, and epsilon is taken from the second production, right? Next, first of B. So first of B is what? Let us see, this is small c. First of B production is again having two productions, that is the terminal C and the variable T. In the second production only one symbol, that is a terminal. So first of B equal to first of C. So what is this first of C? C is a terminal. So first symbol which is present in this body of the production is what? C. So I'll take C, it is a terminal. And in the second production, the first symbol is again only one symbol, that it is a terminal. So C comma B is the symbols for first of B, or terminals for first of B. Then calculate first of C. So first of C, same, that is first production, it is only one terminal C. The second production only epsilon. Similarly, first of D, there are three productions. In the first body of the production is A, that is a variable. In the second body of the production only D, that is a terminal. Third production again terminal. So here in the first production, the first symbol is variable. So again I have to see the body of the production of that variable. What is the body of the production? Is A. First production is A and the second production is epsilon. I have to consider the complete body of the production of that variable. That is A comma epsilon, and second production. So this is A comma epsilon is from A. Then again I have to check from the second production of this variable D. What is the second production? It is only one symbol, that is a terminal D, and the third production is epsilon. This epsilon already present here, no need to consider one more time. A comma epsilon comma D is the first of D. Okay, so now come back to the first of S. So first of S is what? First of S is first of A. So first of A, again here A comma epsilon. So one point here what you have to remember is, if in the given grammar, if there is no epsilon symbols are present, is not present, then simply you can calculate the first symbol of that production. If not, if any variable is terminating or having a epsilon, then we should be very careful. We need to apply those epsilon wherever or any variable it derives. Okay, so here S implies A, B, C, D. Here the first symbol is A, right? So what is the production of this A? Is A and epsilon. So here the first production I'll write here A, and the second symbol is what? Second symbol is epsilon, that is a terminal. So what I am going to do, I'll replace that A by epsilon. When I replace A by epsilon, you know that while concatenating, this epsilon act as an identity, then it remains what? S implies BCD. When it remains only BCD, what is the first symbol of this S? The first symbol of S will be B, right? Then I need to calculate first of B. When I substitute A by epsilon, then epsilon here act as an identity. Then it becomes, in the body of the production, it contains only three symbols, B, C, D, right? So now this B becomes the first symbol for this S. So now I need to calculate the first of B for first of S. So first of S is equal to what? First of B. What is first of B? First of B is C comma B. So I'll write A comma B comma C, or C comma B, one and the same. Okay, now we check, is that B is terminating or derives epsilon symbol, right? Is that B derives epsilon? No. So here C, here we have considered this as a terminal, right? This is a terminal and this is the variable. Suppose if I consider this B implies C is a variable and D is a variable slash B. If I consider C is a variable and D is also a variable, then the first of B here it generates what? Epsilon. Why? Because here the first of C is generating epsilon and D is also generating epsilon. If I replace C by epsilon and D by epsilon, then indirectly this B is deriving what? Nullable, that is epsilon only, right? So then I'm going to substitute this B by epsilon here. When I replace B by epsilon again, then the body of the production for S remains what? Only C and D. So now C becomes the first symbol for S. S implies only C and D. So now we have to calculate for first of S is first of C. So what is first of C? First of C, here what we have calculated, first of C is C comma epsilon. C comma epsilon. So here C it is already taken here. No need to consider one more time. And again C is deriving epsilon. If I replace that C by epsilon here, then only it remains D. It remains only D. So now the first of S implies only D. Now we have to calculate for first of S equal to first of D. What is first of D? First of D is A epsilon D. A it is already present. We have to add D. And finally, if I replace D by epsilon, so directly S is deriving what? Epsilon itself. So now we have to add this epsilon here. So like that. Okay. So one more time. Here I have changed B implies CD, right? If I apply the same production here, CD, see B implies CD. So for that first of B is what? First of C. First of C, what we have calculated? First of C, C comma epsilon. If I replace C by epsilon here, C by epsilon, then it becomes only D. B implies D. Then I have to calculate first of D. So what is first of D? What we have calculated here? R. I'll write here. Sorry, here. C comma, if I replace C by epsilon, then it becomes first of D, right? What is first of D? First of D is K comma D. Then if I replace D is also epsilon. If I replace d by also epsilon, then b becomes epsilon here. B becomes epsilon, and the second production is B. That is A, B, C, D, and epsilon. So these are all first of E. Yes, first of A, first of B, first of C, and first of D. This is how we calculate using first function.